an exciting day for us. You know, same thing kind of what Clint said. We were a little bit tighter when the race started than we anticipated, but we also burned our tires off of it the first couple runs. So luckily that improved. Then I made a bonehead move and overshot my pit stall and cost us a bunch of positions. So, and I was just sitting back there, not passing anybody, not going anywhere, thinking, uh-oh, I really screwed us up. But the long run, we made a couple adjustments and freed the car up, and then the long run came, and man, our car was just unbelievable in that long run. So, you know, I obviously didn't want to see a short run there at the end, but you know, it's pretty typical. It's going to happen at Martinsville, and so I think third was a great finish for us, and happy to bring home third. We needed the points. We needed a good solid run. The 48, I mean, you give him that #1 pit stall at Martinsville, and I mean, it's almost near impossible to beat him.
All right, let's go to the press box questions for Jeff, Clint, or Danica. Go ahead.
Aaron McFarlane with the Roanoke Times. Danica, they say the toughest thing about your first race here is getting comfortable. At what point, was there a point in the race where you felt that comfort level grow? And, you know, when you did spin, were you thinking, okay, everything everybody said about this place was right? It is a little hard to get around here?
I think it was just a circumstance, but it just got me on my toes when I was inside of people, making sure I didn't slide up into them and, you know, them kind of helped turn me sideways. So, you know, honestly, I felt pretty comfortable from the get-go. You know, when you have a decent car, things just are a lot easier. So, I had a lot of other worse weekends. Like Fontana, I've been there a bunch of times, but it was misery until the race. So, you know, it was just a good car. So we were steady all weekend, and we just kind of kept improving. And you know, we also improved in the race, which was always really important. We ended up getting really good power down by about halfway through the race, and no matter what I did, I could really get on it well coming off the corner. So, you know, that I would say that I, you know, learned pretty early. I was backing up my corner and kind of going it easy and trying to kind of save everything, and I was getting really loose doing it. And so once I finally got back to going in hard again and loading the front up like I was before, it seemed like the car got really balanced again. So, you know, I learned that kind of easy, and that's kind of what helped me get more comfortable in race runs.
Go ahead, press box. Other questions?
Yes, sir. Nate Ryan, USA Today Sports. For Danica, two things. Well, the first, you were 5 spots ahead of Tony Stewart and many more ahead of Ryan Newman, so maybe how it felt to be first in class for Stewart Haas racing.
Well, I mean, Ryan had an issue, and he was really nice out there. There was one time he let me in when I was stuck up high, so that was really helpful of him. You know, I felt a little funny kind of racing really hard for position with Tony there at the end. It was, and then to get in front of him, that was a little victory for me, so, because he's so good. So I'm going to go over his bus after this and see what he has to say about it. But no, it was really fun, and you know, Gibson just prepares nice cars for Martinsville. So you know, it's not about being first in your team. It's about being first out there overall, and you work towards that the whole time.
And then also, is this place, you've had success at Phoenix, at Milwaukee, at flat short tracks like this. Does this place remind you of either of those, and is that maybe why you got so comfortable so quick and got that rhythm?
No, I mean, I just think that, you know, there's less risk in finding the limit on a track that you're not going as fast on. So, you know, I think that's a little bit part of it, as opposed to when you're, you know, when you're at Fontana and it's a tricky track and you're carrying a lot of speed, and you know, the consequences seem a little bit bigger when you try and find the limit there than at a short little track here. So, like Martinsville. So I think that might be kind of it. I'm not 100% sure. All I can say is that I know that, you know, a car that's comfortable to drive always makes a huge difference.
Other questions in the press box? Go ahead.
Reed Spencer with the NASCAR Wire Service. As a follow-up to what you just said, Danica, when you were racing Tony for 16th with about 35 laps to go, did it enter your mind at all that maybe it would be a good idea to let him in, or is he just another driver on the track at that point?
No, we were racing for position, so it didn't cross my mind to let him in. I went underneath him to go by him, so no. All that crossed my mind is that, you know, I just, you know, I'd be fair and give room and run hard, and if I get the spot, great. If I don't, you lost it to a guy like Tony Stewart. So you know, but no, I mean, I'm out there to race, and I don't think Tony would want me to live.
One more in the press box.